Welcome to 2025 HTML interview questions created by Z, a senior staff front-end engineer to help developers at all levels.
Today, Fergus and I will be interviewing Z as a senior staff front-end engineer. We have prepared 23 essential HTML questions you are likely to encounter in technical interviews in 2025. Let's get started. What are some major HTML5 tags you should know?
Some of the key HTML5 tags are section, article, header, footer, nav, figure, fig caption, aside, video, and audio.
What does it mean when we say a tag has an optional closing tag?
It means the closing tag can be left out if the browser can figure out where it ends. For example, list items and paragraphs often have optional closing tags.
When should you preload resources, and how do you do it?
You use a link tag with rlset to preload when you want to load important fonts, images, or scripts early for faster rendering.
What do we mean by semantic HTML?
Semantic HTML means using tags that describe their meaning and role in the document, like article or section, instead of generic divs.
What is ARIA, and why do we use it?
ARIA stands for Accessible Rich Internet Applications. It provides attributes that improve accessibility when semantic HTML is not enough.
What does the template tag do?
The template tag holds markup that stays inactive until you activate it with JavaScript, usually for client-side rendering.
Why do we use the meta viewport tag?
It controls how the page scales on mobile devices, making responsive layouts work properly.
What role does the picture tag play?
The picture tag helps serve different images based on screen size or resolution, so you can have responsive images.
Can you explain the difference between an ID and a class?
An ID must be unique on a page and used only once. A class can be applied to many elements to share styles or behavior.
How do you make HTML more accessible?
Use semantic elements, add descriptive alt text, apply ARIA labels when needed, and ensure good keyboard navigation.
What does the doctype declaration do?
It tells the browser which version of HTML to use and prevents quirks mode, so your layout stays consistent.
How do you serve a page in more than one language?
You set the lang attribute on the HTML tag or on specific elements. You can also use hreflang tags to help search engines.
What do you have to consider when building multilingual sites?
You need to handle text direction, font support, date and number formats, encoding, and flexible layouts.
What are data attributes and why do we use them?
Data attributes store custom data on elements. JavaScript can read or change them without affecting the rest of your markup.
What are the core building blocks of HTML5 as an open platform?
Semantics, multimedia with video and audio, graphics like Canvas and SVG, device APIs, and offline storage like local storage.
Can you explain the difference between cookies, session storage, and local storage?
Cookies are sent with every request and can expire. Session storage lasts until the tab closes. Local storage stays until you clear it.
What is the difference between script async, and script defer?
Script blocks parsing. Async loads in parallel and runs as soon as it is ready. Defer loads in parallel and waits to run until parsing is finished.
Why should CSS be placed in the head in JavaScript near the closing body tag?
CSS in the head prevents unstyled content flashes. JavaScript at the end avoids blocking the page render.
What is progressive rendering?
It means showing parts of the content as soon as they are ready, instead of waiting for the whole page to load.
Why do we use the srcset attribute in images?
It lets the browser pick the best image size or resolution for the device, improving performance.
Have you used any HTML templating languages?
Yes, I have used handlebars, EJS, and nunjucks to build dynamic and reusable markup.
What is the difference between Canvas and SVG?
Canvas is pixel-based and good for bitmap graphics. SVG is vector-based, scalable, and easier to style and interact with.
Finally, what are empty elements in HTML?
They are elements with no content and no closing tag, like BR, IMG, or input.
Thanks for watching. If your team needs a skilled front-end engineer to deliver outstanding results, Z is ready to help you build exceptional products. And if you'd like to keep sharpening your skills, click the next video to practice React interview questions.